The story of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most famous monuments in the world. It stands in New York Harbor, on Liberty Island. This statue is a symbol of freedom and hope. But did you know that it was a gift? The people of France gave it to the people of the United States in the 1800s. In those times, France and the United States were strong friends. Both countries believed in liberty and democracy. In 1776, the United States became independent from Britain. A few years later, France had its own revolution. The two countries shared ideas and helped each other. A French man named Édouard René de Laboulaye had an idea. He wanted to give a special gift to the U.S. for its 100th birthday in 1876. This gift would celebrate the values of freedom and the friendship between the two nations. He wanted the gift to be a statue, a woman holding a torch to light the way to liberty. He called it Liberty Enlightening the World. The statue was designed by a French artist named Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. He imagined a tall woman in a robe, like women from ancient Rome. In her right hand, she would hold a torch. In her left hand, she would hold a book. On the book, there would be a special date, July 4, 1776, the day of American independence. Bartholdi worked with another famous Frenchman, Gustave Eiffel. Eiffel helped build the inside of the statue. He made a strong iron frame that would keep the statue standing, even in strong winds. Eiffel later became famous for building the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The Statue of Liberty was built in France. First, the workers made it out of copper. They shaped it in big parts. When it was done, the statue was taken apart into 350 pieces. These pieces were packed in 214 wooden crates and sent by ship to the United States in 1885. But the statue needed a place to stand. The American people had to build a pedestal, a strong stone base. The U.S. government didn't pay for it, so Americans gave money. A newspaper man named Joseph Pulitzer helped raise the money. He printed the names of people who gave money in his newspaper, even if they only gave a few cents. Many schoolchildren and regular people donated. In the end, they had enough money to build the pedestal. The statue arrived in New York City in June 1885. It took 4 months to put the statue together again. On October 28, 1886, the Statue of Liberty was opened in a big ceremony. President Grover Cleveland gave a speech. People marched in a parade. Ships in the harbor blew their horns. It was a day of celebration. At that time, the Statue of Liberty was the tallest iron structure in the world. The statue is full of symbols. The torch means light and freedom. The crown on her head has 7 spikes. These spikes show the 7 seas and 7 continents, to show that liberty is for everyone around the world. At her feet are broken chains. These chains show freedom from slavery and oppression. The book in her left hand says, July 4 MDCCLXXVA, this is July 4, 1776, written in Roman numbers. This is America's Independence Day. The statue is also a woman. In art, liberty is often shown as a woman. Bartholdi believed that a woman could show both strength and peace. That's why she has a calm and powerful face. This statue was not only a gift of friendship. It became a symbol of hope. Millions of people who came to America by ship saw the statue when they arrived. She was the first face of freedom they saw in a new country. The Statue of Liberty and the Journey of Immigrants. After the Statue of Liberty was opened in 1886, something special happened. People from around the world began coming to the United States to start a new life. They came by ship, and many of them saw the Statue of Liberty as the first sign of hope. She was standing in New York Harbor, holding her torch high, welcoming them. From 1892 to 1954, just next to Liberty Island, there was a place called Ellis Island. This island was the main immigration station for the United States. More than 12 million people passed through Ellis Island. They came from many countries: Italy, Ireland, Germany, Russia, Poland, and more. When the ships entered the harbor, immigrants looked up and saw the Statue of Liberty. She was like a giant guardian. For many of them, she meant freedom, safety, and a new beginning. People called her Lady Liberty. Some cried when they saw her, because they had left behind war, hunger, and danger. At Ellis Island, the immigrants were checked by doctors and officers. They had to answer questions and take simple health tests. Some were allowed to enter the U.S. quickly. Others had to stay longer. A few were sent back if they were sick. But for most, Ellis Island was the first step toward a better life. One of the most famous parts of the Statue of Liberty is not part of the statue itself, it is a poem. The poem is called The New Colossus, written by Emma Lazarus, an American poet. It was written in 1883 to help raise money for the statue's pedestal. Later, the poem was placed on a bronze plaque inside the pedestal. Here are some of the most famous lines from the poem. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. These words became very important to Americans. They showed that the United States was a place where people from other lands could find safety and freedom. The Statue of Liberty became more than just a sculpture, she became a symbol of immigration and hope. But over time, something unusual happened to the statue. When it was first built, the Statue of Liberty was a shiny reddish-brown color because she was made of copper, like a penny. But then, she began to change color. Slowly, the statue turned green. This green color is called patina. It happens when copper meets air and rain. The patina actually protects the statue, like a natural coat. It is not paint. It is science. At first, some people didn't like the change. They wanted to clean the green color off. But scientists explained that the patina was good. So, they decided to keep it. Today, we all know the statue as green, but she didn't start that way. The Statue of Liberty is very big. From the ground to the tip of the torch, she is 93 meters tall, that's over 300 feet. Her face is more than 2.5 meters, 8 feet, long. Her waist is 35 feet around. And just one of her feet is over 2.5 meters, 8.5 feet, long. That's bigger than a car. Inside the statue, visitors can walk up a narrow staircase. If they climb all the way to the crown, they can look out over New York Harbor. It's a long climb, 354 steps, but the view is amazing. People can also visit the pedestal, which has a museum. The museum shows the history of the statue and the story of how it was built. During her long life, the Statue of Liberty has gone through many changes and repairs. In 1984, she was closed for a big restoration. Workers fixed cracks and cleaned the inside. They made the torch even brighter by covering it with 24-karat gold leaf. She was reopened in 1986, just in time for her 100th birthday. That year, there was a huge celebration. Boats filled the harbor, and fireworks lit up the sky. People across the United States celebrated the statue and everything she stands for: freedom, hope, and a better life. The Statue of Liberty today and her hidden secrets. Today, the Statue of Liberty is not just a symbol, she is also a national monument and a place that millions of people visit every year. People come from all over the world to see her up close, take photos, and learn her story. To visit the statue, tourists take a ferry boat from New York City or New Jersey. The ferry stops first at Liberty Island, where the statue stands. Then, many visitors also stop at Ellis Island, where the Immigration Museum is. These two places together help tell the story of how the United States became a country of many different people. Inside the pedestal, there is a Statue of Liberty museum. This museum shows how the statue was made, how she was shipped across the ocean, and how she became a symbol for freedom. Visitors can also see the original torch, which was replaced in 1986. The original torch is now kept safe inside the museum. Many people don't know this, but no one is allowed inside the torch today. In 1916, during World War I, a nearby explosion damaged the statue and the torch. After that, the torch was closed to the public. Since then, people have only been allowed to climb up to the crown, which is still a long and narrow trip. Speaking of secrets, the Statue of Liberty also has some hidden meanings in her design. For example, the 7 points on her crown are not just decoration. They represent the 7 continents and the 7 seas, to show that freedom belongs to everyone around the world. The broken chains at her feet are hard to see from the ground, but they are very important. They show that people can break free from slavery and oppression. Another interesting fact is about her face. Bartholdi, the man who designed the statue, used his mother's face as the model. He wanted the statue to look wise, calm, and strong, like a mother protecting her children. That's why her face looks serious but also kind. The statue's right foot is raised, which means she is not standing still. She is moving forward, walking into the future. This shows that liberty is not something we keep only for the past, it is something we must carry into tomorrow. Many artists, writers, and politicians have talked about the Statue of Liberty. She appears in movies, books, songs, and speeches. For example, during the civil rights movement in the 1960s, people marched for freedom and equal rights. They often used the statue as a symbol. She reminded them that liberty should belong to everyone, not just a few. In times of sadness and fear, the Statue of Liberty brings comfort. After the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, she was closed for safety. When she reopened, many visitors said they felt hope again when they saw her. She reminded people that the country could heal and stay strong. Even though she is now over 135 years old, the Statue of Liberty still feels young and full of life. She is cleaned, checked, and protected often. Engineers and historians work to make sure she stays strong for many years to come. The Statue of Liberty has become more than just a statue. She is a promise of freedom, of opportunity, and of welcome. She says to the world, "You are safe here. You are free to dream. You are free to begin again." So next time you see a photo of the Statue of Liberty, remember her story. Remember how she crossed the ocean, how people worked together to build her pedestal, how millions of immigrants saw her and felt hope. Remember the torch, the crown, the broken chains, and the book with a date. All of these things tell the story of freedom, not just for one country, but for the world. Fun facts and the legacy of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty has been standing in New York Harbor for over 135 years, and she is still one of the most loved monuments in the world. But besides her serious meaning, there are also many fun and surprising facts about her that most people don't know. For example, did you know that the statue's full name is Liberty Enlightening the World? Most people just say, Statue of Liberty, but her full name shows what she represents, bringing light, knowledge, and freedom to all people. She also has sandals on her feet, and they are huge. Her shoes would be about size 879 in US shoe sizes. Her nose is more than 4 feet long. Just her index finger is 8 feet long. That's longer than most cars. When people look at her up close, they are surprised by how massive every part of her really is. One surprising fact is that the statue was actually built to move just a little. Gustav Eiffel, who made the iron frame inside, designed it so that the statue could sway in the wind. On very windy days, she can move up to 3 inches in any direction, and her torch can move 5 inches. This movement helps keep her safe from breaking in strong storms. And what about cleaning? You might wonder how workers clean such a big statue. Well, the truth is, they don't clean her very often. The green color, called patina, protects the copper underneath, so it's better to leave it alone. The last big restoration was in 1986, for her 100th birthday. The Statue of Liberty has had many famous visitors over the years. Presidents, world leaders, celebrities, school groups, and families have all come to see her. Some people even get married in front of her. For many, seeing the statue is a dream come true, something they remember forever. In 2019, a new Statue of Liberty museum opened on Liberty Island. This museum tells the full story of the statue, from her birth in France to her place in American history. Visitors can also see her original torch, which had to be replaced in the 1980s. The museum uses modern technology, big screens, and real historical pieces to help people feel connected to the story of liberty. Even though she was a gift from France, the Statue of Liberty belongs to everyone. She speaks to people from every country and every background. Over the years, she has become a universal symbol. In protests and parades, people carry images of her. In art and advertising, her face appears. She reminds us all of the power of freedom. Today, people continue to arrive in the United States hoping for a better life. Many still come to New York Harbor. When they do, they see the Statue of Liberty, still holding her torch high, still offering hope. She does not speak, but her message is clear: you are welcome here. Even in modern times, when the world can feel divided or difficult, the Statue of Liberty helps us remember what truly matters: kindness, courage, and the belief that all people should be free. So next time you see a picture of her, think about everything she has seen. Think about the ships that came from far away. Think about the families who cried when they saw her for the first time. Think about the hands that built her, the dreams she holds, and the light she continues to shine. She is more than metal. She is more than history. She is a beacon, a bright light, for all of us. Thank you for listening to this story. If you liked it, write about it in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stories.